1 in every 200 men alive on Earth right now carries a specific piece of DNA in every single cell of their body. Not because of some ancient common ancestor from 50,000 years ago, because of one specific person who lived 800 years ago, who had, let's say, a very active personal life. That person started out as a 9-year-old boy, abandoned in the steppe to die. That boy is you. You are born in the wrong place at the wrong time. Mongolia, 1162 AD. Forget everything you picture when you hear medieval Asia. No cities, no castles, no walls, just grass, endless, flat, brutal grass in every direction, and tribes of people who live on horseback and spend most of their time either herding animals or stealing each other's animals, which is basically the same thing. You are born gripping a blood clot in your fist. In Mongol tradition, this means you'll be a great warrior. Your father names you Temujin, after an enemy chief he just defeated. Because nothing says, "I love you, son," like naming your kid after someone you killed. You are, by all accounts, a strange-looking child. Historical sources describe you as having gray-green eyes and reddish hair, in a population of dark-haired, dark-eyed people. Nobody can explain this. History doesn't explain everything. You are 9 years old when your father takes you to find a bride. This is normal. This is just Tuesday in 12th century Mongolia. On the way back, your father stops to eat with a rival tribe. He never makes it home. They poison him. Quietly, no drama. He dies on the road. And the tribe he led, seeing no reason to follow a 9-year-old, takes their animals and leaves. Just like that. It's you, your mother, and your siblings, alone in the steppe. The part where most people would give up. Your mother feeds you on berries, roots, and whatever small animals you can catch. Field mice, marmots, things you eat when the alternative is not eating. The steppe in winter drops to -40. Help is not coming. You survive anyway. You grow up fast, not metaphorically. Literally, teenagers in the steppe are adults, because dying before adulthood is very easy, and nobody has time to ease you into it. At 11, you kill your half-brother in an argument over food. This sounds brutal. It was brutal. But it tells you something about who you're becoming, not someone who loses arguments. At 16, your young wife Borte is kidnapped by a rival tribe. This is also just Tuesday in Mongolia. Raiding camps and taking people is a standard conflict resolution strategy here. What is not standard is what you do next. Instead of accepting it, which most men in your position would do, because you have nothing, no army, no leverage, no resources, you go and get her back. You build a temporary alliance, call in every favor you have, and raid the tribe that took her. It works. This moment matters more than it sounds. You just prove to yourself and to everyone watching that you are not someone who accepts the situation as given. The rise. Here is what makes you different from every other tribal chief on the steppe. And there are many. Everyone else thinks in terms of tribe. Your tribe is everything. People outside it are either tools or enemies. You raid them, trade with them, or kill them, and the categories are fairly fluid. You think differently. You promote people based on ability, not bloodline. In a world built entirely on bloodline, this is genuinely radical. A soldier who performs well gets promoted. A captured enemy who shows skill gets recruited. A loyal follower from a nobody family can rise higher than a useless son of a chief. You also have a memory for loyalty that borders on supernatural, and an equally precise memory for betrayal. People who helped you in the lean years get rewarded decades later. People who betrayed you are never forgotten. Never. By your 30s, you've united the Mongol tribes, something nobody has managed in living memory, because Mongolian tribal politics makes everyone else's tribal politics look calm and simple. In 1206, at a great assembly on the steppe, the united tribes give you a title: Genghis Khan, universal ruler. You are around 44 years old. You have no city, no palace, no treasury. You still live in a felt tent, same as always. Your office is a horse. You are just getting started. How you actually fight. Your army should not work. On paper, it makes no sense. No heavy infantry, no fixed supply lines, no siege equipment, at least not at first. Your soldiers move so fast that enemies receive reports of your location that are already 3 days out of date. What you have: horses. Every soldier carries 3 to 5 of them, rotating constantly, which means your army moves at a speed the medieval world has no framework for. 100 kilometers a day when you push it. Most armies of this era manage 20. You use this speed like a weapon. You approach a city and offer simple terms: surrender, pay tribute, keep your walls, keep your life. Most cities take the deal. The ones that don't, that's where it gets dark. You are deliberate about what happens to cities that resist, and equally deliberate about making sure everyone hears about it. This is not cruelty for its own sake. It's a communication strategy. It works extremely well. What almost nobody knows about you: inside your empire, you ban torture. You write a legal code. You guarantee freedom of religion to everyone. Christians, Muslims, Buddhists, shamanists, all of them protected. You build the first international postal system in history, relay stations stretching thousands of miles so messages travel in days. History books describe you primarily as a destroyer. Both things are true. You contain multitudes. The size of what you built. At its peak, your empire covers 24 million square kilometers, the size of Africa, from the Pacific coast of China to the borders of Poland, from Siberia to Vietnam. 1 in 4 people alive on Earth lives inside it. You die in 1227, possibly from injuries after falling off a horse. Several theories exist, none confirmed. You are in your 60s. For someone who has been on military campaigns in extreme conditions since age 9, reaching your 60s is itself an achievement most people around you never managed. Before you die, you give one instruction about your burial. No marker, no tomb, no monument. You want to disappear. Your soldiers kill everyone who witnesses the funeral procession. Then they ride back and forth over the burial site until no trace remains. Then, according to some accounts, they divert a river over it. Your tomb has never been found. Satellites have looked. Ground-penetrating radar has scanned the most likely areas. Archaeological surveys have covered hundreds of square miles. Nothing. You are somewhere in Mongolia. Exactly where, nobody knows, which is exactly what you wanted. What's left? Your empire falls apart within 150 years. That's what empires do, built by one extraordinary person, inherited by ordinary ones. Your descendants fight each other, divide the territory, lose it piece by piece. By 1400, most of it is gone. But here's the thing. In 2003, a genetic study finds that approximately 16 million men alive today share a Y chromosome tracing directly back to a single ancestor in Mongolia around 800 years ago. 16 million people. The researchers don't name you, they don't have to. There is exactly one person in 13th century Mongolia who had the means, the opportunity, and the, let's say, enthusiasm to produce that outcome. The boy who was supposed to die in the steppe at 9. The man with no tomb, no confirmed portrait, no verified physical description. The man who erased himself from the map as deliberately as he'd drawn himself onto it. You are still here, in 16 million people who will never know your name is in their blood. You are everywhere.